What's up, everybody? This video isn't going to be very long. This video is for all my fans and supporters that have supported me over the years. And I know I've said it a lot of times, but this time it is no joke. This is for real. I am retiring as a content creator from YouTube entirely. Over the last 10 years, I've had a lot of fun, a lot of good laughs. But 6 out of those 10 years were spent in misery and toxicity. And I don't need that in my life. I sat down with, my really close friends and family over the last few days and really had a long, hard conversation with all of them. And I am retiring for good. So you guys will not be seeing any more content from me from here on out. So, yeah. But to the fans that have held me down since day one, I want y'all to know that I love y'all. I'll be thinking about y'all. Y'all are awesome. Y'all have been some of the dopest people ever. But as for those that want to try to interject in my life, just know that my life is none of y'all's business. For those that want to try to intrude or impede on my peace is my business. It is not yours to impede on or intrude on. But I just want to say thank you guys for those that have been supportive, for those that have been truly, truly awesome. I fucking love y'all, man. Y'all have been just amazing, bro. Like, truly amazing. And I know what some of y'all think, well, dude, like, why are you retiring? Because YouTube is toxic. And I'm getting away from the toxicity. I'm getting away from the place that made me sick for over 6 years. It made me so sick that I ended up in the hospital on 3 separate occasions. I almost 2 different times. And I became somebody that I was not proud of. I became somebody that I didn't recognize. And, I'm out of that life now, and I want nothing to do with it. I'm going to be moving on and doing other things with my life and living a normal, happy, just average life. So just know from here on out, you guys will not be seeing any more YouTube content from me, period. I am done with YouTube. I want nothing to do with the internet world as far as YouTube goes, because to me, YouTube is a joke. YouTube is toxic and it's not a good place. And I contemplated for so long not making a goodbye video. Like, I contemplated it all day and talked about it with a few friends of mine and people that I'm close to, and I really thought long and hard about not even doing it, because but at the end of the day, though, I felt like I at least owed the real supporters, the real ones that were down as fuck, The people that had my back when no one else did. The ones that were there for me when the chips were down. The ones that actually, stood beside me and actually showed real love, compassion, and support. I figured that I at least owed you guys a farewell. Because it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have stayed afloat for as long as I did. I wouldn't have kept my head above water like I did for so long. But I can honestly say this, that a week ago, help arrived. And I'm not drowning in that ocean of depression. I'm not drowning in that ocean of toxicity. I'm in a much happier place in my life. I'm doing way better than I ever was in my whole life. I'm actually happy with my life. I'm in a very good place mentally, emotionally, and physically. I'm in a very good place in my life right now. And I honestly am enjoying being normal, living a normal life. Waking up every day and actually getting to watch, shows that I haven't watched in forever. And, really being able to sit down and be my creative self without being held back to anything. When people like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier tried to warn people about the toxicity of YouTube, they were not wrong. There was an underlying issue with YouTube, which is that it is very toxic. The way they run things is not okay. And ultimately, it's all around bad. It is truly all around bad. So I figured I would make this video as one final farewell to all the real ones out there, to all y'all that have had my back. I want y'all to know that I love you guys, and that I'm thinking about y'all every day, and that, I want y'all to know that no matter where y'all go in life, there is light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how dark things seem to get, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to be willing to push forward and fight through that darkness. Fight through that, that bad place that you're in. Because I can promise you, my friend, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to be willing to go after it and get at it. But anyways, y'all, I gotta bounce off here because I got stuff I gotta get done for the day. But I wanted to come on here and say to everybody that has shown love and support for me that I love you guys. You guys are truly amazing. And just know that I'm okay, that I'm doing well, that, I'm alive, I'm well, I'm in a very happy place in life, that I'm doing good, and that I'm finally living life free from the hell that I was in. Just know that I am finally free from that prison. and that I am no longer living in that toxic prison that held me back for so many years. And just know that I'm doing well. I'm alive. I'm kicking. But with that being said, man, I absolutely love y'all, man. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are truly awesome. And I'm going to miss y'all, man, for real. Because some of y'all were cool as hell. But this is my time. You know, for all y'all that kept me afloat, it's time for me to sink out and take a different path in life. It's time for me to drown out of the noise and dive headfirst into a new adventure in my life, into the next chapter of my life. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what life brings. I'm excited to see, what surprises are in store next for me. I'm excited to see where my life is headed. Because I know that wherever I go, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good place. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on here and let y'all know that as of today, on November 21st, 2025, that I, Chance Wilkins, am retiring from YouTube. And what's funny is I officially started my very first YouTube channel officially as an actual content creator exactly 10 years ago today. So I figured it was only fitting to finish out today exactly 10 years later. And, it's been fun. It's been an absolute journey and an absolute ride. But now it's time for me to move on with life and live my life in peace and in happiness and working on my health and working on getting better. But anyways, I love y'all. I'll miss y'all. And just know that I'm free from the toxic life and I'm doing better than I ever have been in my whole life. This has been Chance here on YouTube on the 10-year mark for the final transmission on my channel. May God be with you guys. May peace be with you. And wherever you go in life, may you find peace, happiness, love, kindness, safety, caring, and, just good people to be around. And just know that life is not always dark. There is light at the end of the tunnel, my friends. Because sometimes darkness can show you the light if you know where to look. This has been Chance Wilkins, signing off for the final time. Goodbye, good luck, and may God be with you. This is Chance Wilkins. Over and